Get Snap Podcast. Boy, I almost forgot what today was. Had so much going on. Almost forgot we had to put in that work for y'all. But we here. It's your boy DarnellSparrow, your best Superman. He is and always will be the notorious Antoine Smooth. What's going on?
What is up, man?
Man, I can say, like I said, I had so much going on. I looked at the time, was like, oh damn, we got a show to do.
Oh, yeah, I was kind of, relaxing myself, I looked at the time, I said, oh my God.
No, see, we know. No, see, when you say relaxing, your definition of relaxing and my definition of relaxing is two different things that we will not talk about on this show, because we got children that might be listening to this. But if you know the notorious one, like I have for over 20 years, I watched the development of the pimptodom that he has created over the years.
I like that.
Yes, the pimptodom, the pimpacity of it all. You see, that's why I have said, and yes, I said it, the pimptodom.
Pimptodom, man.
Yes.
That's a word of the day.
See,
now.
there's gangsterdom and there's pimptodom. Oh no, I heard a wild one today. Listen, this is where education comes into play. This is where English comes into play. Somebody told me, see, we were talking about English, right? And we was talking about subjects and predicates, right?
Oh God.
This dude said, when we were talking about subject and predicates, this dude said, yeah, he know what a predicate is. That's what he got his girl. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He said, yeah, we having a baby. I was like, you mean you got her pregnant? I was like, so lady, is predicate, I know predicate is a verb and it performs action. So is predicate the new pregnancy that I don't know about in 20? I know I'm about to be 44 years old. So is that the new thing? So is y'all getting predicate now? Or he just stupid?
Man, I heard something myself, man. Talking about this dude was saying something about he got to see a podiatrist. He said, man, I'm Baptist. What you talking about?
I'm like, you bad. I said,
Wait a minute.
I'm like, see.
That's not a religion.
I'm like, for him it is. Just like
Tupac Shakur is a holiday. So
I'm like, just like this dude getting girls predicate.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is it. Okay, if that's the case, ladies, if y'all getting predicate, what type of baby y'all having? Because obviously that baby not gonna be intelligent. I'm sorry. If y'all letting these dudes get y'all predicate, I'm sorry. I mean, he and the thing about it, he said it openly, like he knew what he was talking about. Like I'm supposed to be like, you got her predicate, right? I'm with you on that. I'm like, I just got 3 words for you before we get into this Q&A. Stay in school.
Yeah,
please. Because that's what you gonna get.
Right. So when that dude said podiatrist, he said, no, I'm Baptist.
I'm surprised he even knew that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what church you go to? I'm like, the church is chicken on Frazier? Like, what?
Right. That is crazy, man. Like people thought, they said Tupac Shakur is a holiday. No, it's not.
Yeah, but somebody believe that. But that is our educational moment of the day. There's some people you just can't talk to. But this is the Q&A session. Y'all wanted it. But one more thing before we get into the Q&A session. Let's give a shout out to Wildcat Sports, who was voted the #1 independent U.S. promotion on Bad Superman TV. It was close between Wildcat and Memphis Wrestling, and I'm gonna say, because people's been saying it, that it was rigged. No, it was not. Let me tell you, Wildcat has a lot of fans. Memphis Wrestling has a lot of fans. It was close. I mean, it was like a 2% difference.
Yeah.
It was close. On the top 10, I was shocked. I'm thinking somebody like Game Changer or Pro Wrestling Gorilla was gonna be up top. I was never expecting that Memphis Wrestling and Wildcat was gonna be 2-1. I was shocked.
tell you, man, they deserve it. You know, 'cause they been putting out some bangers. You know,
And
they been putting out some good shows.
and now that I done talked about them, I might as well go on and plug them because they do have a show coming up in July. Give me a second. Since we
One day, Darnell can actually go one. Well, I know Darnell been in a few shows.
yeah, they have a show.
I get to go one day.
They have a show Saturday night, July 22nd. They're returning to John Curtis High School. Doors open at 6 p.m. The bell time is at 7 o'clock. And this time, they're going to do it this time. At the last show, it didn't happen for some reason. I wasn't there. So I really don't know, what happened. But this time, it is going to happen. We're going to get the match. We're going to get the Wildcat Sports Heavyweight Championship. It will be Brady Pierce, Danny Flamingo. This is it. This is it. Under the new general manager, Mr. Abu Musa. And if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. He's the former referee. Michael and Jay Spade beat the brakes off him in a no-holds barred match one time. He is the new general manager of Wildcat Sports. Brady Pierce is not happy that he has to do this match.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to do you one better. Let's hear what he had to say about it.
Excuse me, Brady Pierce. I don't mean to interrupt. I wanted to get your reaction to the fact that you're going to be.
My reaction? Are you seriously here right now to ask me what my reaction is to that? Did you watch that? Yes or no? Did you watch it?
Yes, I watched.
So you understand how I must be feeling right now, right? I never agreed to a rematch with Danny Flamingo. Never. But if that's what's going to happen, I have a stipulation of my own. And you can relay this to them. If I beat Danny Flamingo July 22nd, he never gets another chance at his heavyweight title as long as I am champion. Do you understand that? Good. Good. Go relay it to him.
You heard it. You heard it? So this is basically one and done. So the Flamingo Kid, the Shawn Mason sensation, he has to do it. He has to do it July 22nd. Or as long as the spectacular one is champion, he can't get another shot. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into this Q&A session. I'm looking at these questions. They had a lot of NXT questions. A lot of NXT and a lot of AEW. So we're just gonna jump right into it.
Alright.
First question: do you like the fact WWE have the men's titles and the women's titles mirroring each other?
Yeah. I got a problem with that. They could at least made it different. Now, the design, the outside of it, that's cool, but put a different strap. All it is the same belt with a different strap. You got the white, you got the black strap for the world title, for example. And then you got the white strap for the world women's title. And vice versa with the SmackDown title.
Because if you look
and
at
they could have designed it a little bit better.
if you look at the Rhea's title, I said it does. You don't really notice it. It does say it does say women's on it. I mean, they could have put a little tweak on it.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little tweak on it. I don't know how long this gonna last. I mean, I guess they're trying to make it easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's
They're
just
trying to make it look like if the women's title look like the old school big gold belt. Yeah. But in the women's version, that's all it is. I mean, but
it's just one of
they
those.
could have tweaked that though, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's just one of those it's one of those you just gotta get used to.
Yeah. And then on community creations. Not they. I mean, that looks good actually.
Yeah. I already have mine. Mine already have mine on there. I said, yeah, they like I said about these community creators. Either they bored or they real talented. One of the two.
Yeah, I think they're talented. I don't see, they put work into it.
Yeah, cause I just revamped the entire LWO.
Yeah.
Put the logo on the Titantron. All of them got the shirts now.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Creative,
I mean,
Shout out to
I changed Dominic with your mommy with that white and purple he wore for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Got that look. And speaking of Dominic, that tag team that's coming to NXT of Lucian Price and Bronco Lima, don't that look like somebody that could have been Dominic's cellmates?
What it looked like, yeah. Now, if they would play that, like these the two men out there in prison or whatever he was in jail, that would be cool. That's if he wasn't doing Judgment Day.
I mean, even if he left him, like I said, if he was in NXT by himself, that could have been the perfect. That could have been his group.
That he met these guys in jail.
That was part of your prison gang.
Right. Even for that one day,
Or them little. You was on the internet for what? 5 hours.
5 hours, yep.
I'm like, you joined the gang. You got a tattoo on that. You did all that in 5 hours. I'm like processing take you. So you basically got through processing.
You talking about serving hard time. I'm like, all right, big boss man.
I'm like, some of us have actually been to jail. I ain't saying no names, but one of us on this show has been to jail. And I was in there. I didn't say it. And I said it. I've been there more. I actually went the whole night.
I've never been in my life, but I know some people.
I've actually been there, so I don't know what he did in 5 hours to get gangster.
How you get gangster in 5 hours?
I'm like, that's the time when you sitting there, you doing paperwork all that time. Right. You sitting in the holding, you sitting outside in the holding port all that time. So I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm like, you doing what Eddie Murphy was doing in 48 hours, talking about the quarter blood technique.
Yeah, like you do that in quarter blood to drop out a person's body. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just sitting and holding. So I don't know what jail you was at.
Yeah.
Staying in NXT, thoughts on Los Lotharios going back to NXT?
You know what? I'm glad they are. You know what? I'm glad that all these people going like Dana Brooke, they almost cried.
But she ain't getting no kind of. The only thing with Dana Brooke, she not getting no reaction though. Like they're like, who?
She gotta take us some time, man, cause she needs something. She needs a gimmick now.
She needs a gimmick.
That little athletic thing now. She needs a gimmick, like something that works for her. All that showing her muscles and stuff like that. That old thing.
Yeah, she needs to get more. Well, what it is, she needs to get more serious.
Yeah, like Mustafa Ali and all that. Yeah, I'm glad they're going back, and Los Lotharios is no different.
Yeah, they needed to go back because they wasn't doing nothing with them.
I mean, especially with Angel Garza, man, that is a star there. I don't care what nobody
Oh,
says.
absolutely.
I've been arguing about Angel Garza.
And
I said, y'all don't understand about this dude.
And then Berto was a star in the making. He was getting there.
Being the last heartthrob of the group,
I'm like, that was
Yeah.
Al Perez Jr. If y'all don't know who Al Perez is, shame on y'all.
Right.
That was the original Latin heartthrob, the master of the spinning toe hold. Or not the master,
Right.
but he used it.
I remember Angel was giving flowers out to all these women, and they were falling for him. I was really liking the one with him and Nia did.
Correct me wrong, wasn't he cruiserweight champion?
Yeah. He was cruiserweight champion.
That people forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad they starting to, they revamping their tag team division more than WWE doing theirs. The main roster. They care more about the NXT care more about their tag team division. which I actually like.
So yes, I'm very happy they're going back. Just like everybody else. You see like Dana and Mustafa Ali and and they're doing it again with Seth, with him and Braun Breaker.
And since you brought it up, we're gonna jump to that question. What do you think Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight title NXT gonna do for that brand?
It's gonna do a lot. Man, Seth Rollins, the way he's so hot right now, I mean, this is the hottest he's ever been right now. Absolutely. The crowd singing his song even before he come out. That's like the new rule right now.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is Braun Breaker's audition tape. This is what this is. This is Braun Breaker's audition tape. If he bomb in that match, he ain't getting called up anytime soon.
He ain't getting called up. They like, we put you up against Seth Rollins, dude.
Seth Rollins, and we're gonna do it. Seth Rollins, your house, World Heavyweight. We ain't even gonna put you on the main brand.
Right. We ain't gonna put you in the fire just yet. We just gonna,
we gonna light it. We
gonna light it, but we're not gonna, light it up all the way. That's why he's in your house. Yeah.
We're gonna put it somewhere where we think you more comfortable.
Yeah. Oh man.
If he bombs, I'm telling you, this is what this is.
This is an audition tape. You're exactly right.
Because if you can't perform on a small stage with the world champion and you supposed to be this big time bad heel,
yeah,
you're not gonna get taken seriously when you get called up.
Mm-hmm.
That's something he gotta think about. And while we stand on NXT, this Thea Hale thing, Thea Hale won the Battle Royal, Thea Hale getting a title shot.
Right.
Do you think
this is her audition tape? Right.
Do you think she's gonna leave Chase U? There's a few questions on her. One, do you think she's gonna leave Chase U?
Yeah, that is a question, man. She is so. It's like she done drunk like 100 coffees, man. She's so energetic and so wild. I can't see her leaving Chase U, at least not yet. Not when, she all loyal to Chase U. Like I said, it's the Duke Hudson situation with me.
Which I'm real surprised he hadn't turned on him yet.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Right. That's what I'm waiting on, is Duke Hudson. I don't think Thea's going to leave Chase U. It's Duke Hudson, but it's a matter of when, with him.
Now the question is when and how, because I thought he was going to do it with the Schism feud, and he didn't do it.
Didn't do it right. He was MVP of Chase U, he got the trophy and all that or whatever, and I thought he was going to use that as an ego boost, Now, I'm better than y'all and this and that. I think they're waiting on Andre to come back.
Yep.
Andre injured.
Yep.
So, I think when Andre come back, we're going to finally see.
Now, how do you think she's going to perform for the world when she gets a shot at the NXT Women's title?
I think she's going to do well. She got to get serious. She can't get all wild in this one, acting all crazy and, like she had 100 cups of coffee.
See, I think the Drew Gulak situation, I think that kind of fits this storyline perfectly.
Yeah, she do kind of fit them too. I didn't think of that. Drew Gulak and Charlie
Because they're making her more serious.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm saying. Because I think what's gonna happen. I'm thinking what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a situation where she's gonna be torn.
Yeah.
And I think they about to take Tiffany Stratton to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
They about to strap. They about to do to her what they did to Mandy Rose. Watch. She's gonna be the new Mandy Rose.
Mhm. Oh yeah, they taking her to the stratosphere, no pun intended. Yeah.
Yep, they're gonna do this same thing. And just think if Mandy Rose was still there, even though Stratton was there, but Mandy Rose was there originally. But just think if Mandy Rose was there now.
Does that mean that Tiffany Stratton been a
And I think she's.
And we cheer for her.
And
Yeah.
they do, and again, but they do.
They cheer for her, yeah. You know, Mandy, she one of them type that I can't turn babyface. I'm sorry.
Nah,
She just natural like that.
no, 'cause she one of
You know,
them.
I'm God's greatest gift and creation, and all that.
Even
stuff.
when she was a baby face, you couldn't help it. But like I said, when she went to NXT, that was the best thing ever happened to her.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that people don't understand that going down to NXT is not a demotion, especially if you main roster, because you still getting your main roster money.
Right, because think about it, Shawn Michaels is running now. So, yeah, that's not how's that a demotion?
So one, who's still on TV.
So you mean to tell me that working for Shawn Michaels is a demotion, really?
Exactly.
For Triple H to Shawn Michaels, I say that's even to me.
Especially if they know what to do with you.
Right.
I mean, that was the best thing ever happened, man, was going down there. Or going back. Finn Balor went back and won the title.
Yeah.
And now look where he at.
Right.
It's not back. So you got because you got a lot of people with egos. You got to look at it from the idea of, okay, if I go back, how can I make this work for me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take advantage of it.
Right.
Stop looking at it as I'm not good enough to be on the main roster, or or what's their favorite word? They burying me. They love that. They love to use that word, burying somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have no idea when you talk about you don't know, when somebody's being buried.
Yeah.
If they not complaining about being buried, why you don't know where they like? I give an example. Remember when MVP lost the U.S. title and he kept losing?
Yeah.
He went on that long losing streak, and then all of a sudden came back and won the U.S. title back, and he was losing for a long time.
Yeah.
Then they moved him to Raw. Then he got back hot again. And everybody talking about he was getting buried. Everybody thought he was getting released.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at it from the perspective of, okay, he's on the losing streak. Where's this leading to?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's been talks about WWE being interested in Hook and Taz. What are your thoughts on that?
So having Taz manage Hook, okay, I have no problem with that. I mean, you got to use him right though. That's the thing.
He got to go to NXT. I think he goes to NXT, he'll be NXT champion quick. He is a definite NXT guy. Hook can be the face of NXT. Number one, he's young. He's very young. He don't need to go to the main roster right away. He has no reason to go to the main roster. Go to NXT and run it.
I didn't know that.
NXT can be his house.
Mm-hmm.
Don't send him to the main roster. You have no reason to send him to the main roster right now. Don't even do it. Let him go down. Let him go down there to NXT and let him go down to the. Don't change nothing about him. Send him to NXT and take over.
Yeah. His name still needs to be Hook. He don't need to be nothing else.
Yeah, he don't what he gonna go to the main roster and do what?
Lost in the shuffle.
I mean, you take somebody like that young. That's what NXT is for.
And Hook is still young. Hook about 23.
Yeah, he in wrestling years, he a baby. Let him go to NXT. Let him go to NXT and clean house.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, him and Taz so he can manage the Hook. That's cool.
He'll have some damn all that young talent down there, and then he can wrestle more with people of his age, more kind of on his level. Because he don't wrestle much in AEW,
right?
But he undefeated. You send him down there to NXT. You know Shawn Michaels will do something with that.
He'll work him to death.
Shawn Michaels, that's somebody Shawn Michaels can mold. Even though he already got Taz on his side. Shawn Michaels, yeah, he'll be NXT champion quick.
Yeah. Because he did it with Carmelo Hayes. He can do it with a Hook.
Exactly. That's a
Carmelo
guy
was
Shawn Michaels like. That's a Shawn Michaels like. He go down there, that'll be his house.
Yeah.
He probably one of them dudes. He wouldn't need to go to. Why would you send somebody like that to the main roster? Well, he boosting your ratings in NXT. And if you do send him to the main roster, have him go there for specific reasons. Have him go for like Money in the Bank or the Royal Rumble. Put him in a Survivor Series match, or if it's a certain person that wants to go head to head with him.
Right.
But you always go back down to NXT.
Put him in 6 man and stuff like that. Yeah. Put him in 6 man. But don't. Yeah. He got to be done right.
He'd definitely be his house. But staying on Hook, we got this whole Jungle Hook situation. Do you see Jungle Boy turning on Hook?
Oh man, I really don't. I can't see Jungle Boy as no heel. I'm sorry, I can't. With the music and all that stuff, I can't see that. I mean, I look at him and I don't see a heel. I can't. I know I said that about Dominic and all that, but that's different.
And that I was about to do that comparison. And with Fulton kind of relate to the next question. When they talked about thoughts on him getting the title shot for getting the IWGP title shot. One, I don't like it. Getting the IWGP title shot against Sonata. I'm not feeling that. That is a straight mismatch to me.
Oh my God, that was.
I know it was an open challenge. I know it was an open challenge. I know it was an open challenge. But that tells me right there, because when he told he wanted Hook in his corner, that's telling me something. He's gonna lose and he gonna blame Hook. And he keep talking about, he gonna be jealous of Hook because Hook's XCW champion. That's gonna lead to them feuding. And I'm looking and think about it. Think about this. If he goes heel, and I was listening to some podcasts, and some podcasters made a good point. Who was his dad?
Luke Perry.
Hollywood guy, right?
Yeah.
Who's his girlfriend?
Anna J.
Think about it. Hollywood Jack Perry. He take the hair. He always talk about, always use the Hollywood thing. Talk about who his dad was. He already got a hot girlfriend.
Yes.
He goes straight Hollywood on him.
Yeah. Okay.
He pretty much turned into Luke Perry.
He turned to Luke Perry. Yeah. He'll be that Dylan McKay character.
There you go.
There you go.
There it is. He might even cut the hair.
Yeah. He'd be like Dylan McKay. And if people never seen 902 Dylan McKay was something serious. He was a piece of work. He could act just like him. He was a
and you talk about, you got the sexy girlfriend. You talk about straight ego.
Yeah.
Come out, gonna have the agent. You're gonna have the agent with the phone, like signing contract. I mean ego tripping.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
I would love to see. He ain't even got to be a thing about it. He could still, but he's just gonna be straight ego.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he gonna be kind of be like when Rock went Hollywood.
Yeah.
And him and Hook a feud over the FTW title.
Yeah.
And don't be surprised he win it.
Oh yeah. I believe it.
Cause I don't see him winning an AEW title anytime soon. And he showed now winning that IWGP title. Ain't no way.
No. He ain't beating no Sonata. That I can see like a Brian Danielson be going against Sonata. But he got Okada to deal with. So, yeah.
Right,
And I know Brian Danielson is a chess cat right now.
Yes.
Because he going up against Okada. He back in Japan, so to speak.
Yes, and that's one of the ones you don't know who gonna win.
Mm-mm.
You
That was
that's one of the ones you can't even flip a coin on that one, cause that's gonna go either way.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to see it. Somebody had an interesting question. Said, did you get the shirt Eddie Kingston had on?
I think I missed that.
He had
I
a
heard he returned.
Yeah, he did return. He had a shirt on that said Lois Rules, but it was made like Hulk Rules, but it said Lois Rules. Now, if you don't get it, Lois is Tony Schiavone's wife.
Oh no. Yeah.
And if you know, I believe that's one of his shirts that he sells on his podcast.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get the joke, if you listen to Tony Schiavone on his wrestling podcast, Lois Rules, that's Tony Schiavone's wife.
Okay.
Now here's a good one. Now we're gonna answer it on both sides of the fence. Now we're gonna start with Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Why should they win the unified women's tag team titles?
Because I figure they'll legitimize them. They're actually legit fighters, and they'll legitimize those belts, and they'll be lifted champions, and they'll be used properly. Finally, the women's tag title be used properly.
Okay.
Them two will dominate.
Okay. Why should Alba Fire and Isla Dawn win them?
Oh, they don't. I mean, if you, look on paper, you see that matchup. That's kind of a mismatch. You know, you got two MMA fighters they going up against, right? And then you got, Isla Dawn. Like I said, nothing against them. They good, but I feel that Ronda and Sheena is more, not to say qualified, but they're more legitimate looking, like they can dominate a division. They can, think about it.
I'm gonna give you my perspective on it. I say Ronda and Shayna should win because, like you said, for the name recognition,
Yeah.
they can be more dominant as a team. My only problem with them is I don't see them going to NXT like that. Now Ronda, I don't see Ronda competing in NXT. That's the only downfall I see. Now Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, I see them if they win. Just keep in mind, Ronda Rousey's not 100%.
Yeah.
So that's the plus. I see Isla Dawn and Alba Fire being more competitive with them if they win. And they'll go to all three brands. They'll draw more attention to the titles. Ronda not being 100%, that means Shannon got to do more work. Now that's a plus on her.
Yeah. That's why Ronda's in the tag team, so she ain't got to do much.
And that could be a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing for them because they won the titles, but it's a curse when you on the outside looking in. It's like you're not. I mean, what is that? I'm like you pulling the Pac-Man Jones.
Or her not doing nothing.
Yeah, you pulling the Pac-Man Jones. You had all to do all the work, and you get the pinfall. If anybody don't know what I'm talking about, shame on you again.
Right.
I mean, there actually was a rule called the Pac-Man rule.
Mm-hmm. That's when Truth was in TNA, and they were tag champs, yeah.
And he could, because he still had the NFL told him he could not wrestle.
Yeah.
But he still competed. R-Truth did all the work,
Yeah.
and he was getting the pinfalls.
Right.
And they still became. That's pretty much what this is. So that's the negative I have when it comes to Ronda and Shayna. I think Alba Fire and Aladona be more active with them, which tells me I have a feeling that's gonna be the reason why they get them.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna go to all three bands and be more active.
We'll see.
Do you think they moved Indy Hartwell too soon?
Now, you know what? I haven't seen her wrestle since. Did she wrestle
That,
one year?
no, that is, she's still injured.
That's right. Yeah. I don't believe so. Because they were trying to put the weight back together anyway. You know, that's the reason she got moved there. So Johnny's there, Candace there, and Dexter there. You know, they did that because they're trying to put them back together. So, you know, no, I saw that coming. It was just a matter of when. You know, the injury kind of delayed everything, you know.
And what's gonna make it worse when Ciampa comes back? I think that's probably really gonna kill it then.
Yeah, because, you know, Johnny mentioned that, you know, he's supposed to come back soon. So that's what we're talking about.
And that's really gonna take away from, you know, what they was originally trying to do, unless they just kind of leave, unless Candace just takes over and she be the default leader.
And see, that way they'll have Johnny and Tommaso playing DIY. Dexter will be the single guy, you know. Maybe Candace and Indy reunite as a tag team again.
They're gonna have to, especially for for the women's tag belts.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't too soon, just the injury kind of delaying things right now.
Okay, I'll take that. Carlito signed with the WWE. What should they do with him?
He did. Oh, he did.
Yep. What should they do with him?
I didn't know that.
What should they do with him? Me personally, I think he should join the LWO, and he should take over more so than Ray.
Yeah, Ray could be that advisor type.
And kind of give Carlito more of the leadership role, since, you know, that way if he's gonna wrestle, this will be, then that way Ray don't have to wrestle as much.
Right.
Because the hype he got at Backlash, that was the cue. You got to put him with the LWO.
If you're trying to get that Latin market, if you want that Latin market really badly, then yeah, you know, and like they did at Backlash. Backlash was awesome. Backlash was a party. That was more of a party than a pay-per-view, you know, especially Bad Bunny and Damien Priest. You know, that was so good. And then with Selena Vega coming out with the flag, you know, and Savio Vega, seeing him again, and Carlito, man, it was just awesome, man. So yeah, Carlito, yeah, join the LWO. Yeah, Ray could take a back seat now. He could be more of an advisor. You know, he could be popping up here and there.
I mean, he could still be part of them, but like I said, he could just give that spot to Carlito.
Yeah, tell him like Rocky told Adonis, this is his time now.
Yep. I mean, he built it for him, so now it's their job to continue the legacy, because the LWO thing is over.
Yeah.
Top selling merch.
Yeah.
So they were smart on that end. They don't need Ray to do that. Well, they don't need him to be as involved, I would say. I mean, he could, like I said, he could still come in, you know, be there for him, but put Carlito in the leadership role, like for them, like be at ringside with him, because he don't be out there as much with him. That could be Carlito's job.
He could just be at ringside, you know, kind of being the overseer of the
Yep,
group,
there you go.
know?
That's the word I was looking for.
Overseer, yeah.
You know, he made,
That's right.
you know, he made sure everything, you know, where it's supposed to be. Hit a backstab every now and then, and you know you got to bring back Carlito's Cabana.
Oh yeah, got to. And you got the Grace of Wall effect, and you got the KO show. I will bring Carlito's Cabana back. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, who do you think is gonna get kicked out first, Finn Balor or Damien Priest?
The way it's looking, I think they're gonna Finn out. I think Finn going back babyface. He gonna get his original music and all that back. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that is leaving. He a good heel. I'm sorry. He is. I mean, him and Dominic and Rhea, oh yeah. That's the only thing I see is Finn leaving. That's the only one. Because, think about it, they turn on Finn, all he gonna do get his old music back and get his Valor Club back.
Pretty much. And what it's all over. The fact that he got a world title shot and probably not gonna win.
Yeah.
Just like Damian Priest is not gonna win Money in the Bank. It would make sense. It would make sense that they all lose at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
All of them, even Dominic. But I'm thinking Dominic is gonna win some kind of way. Dominic is gonna get a freak win, even if Brock Lesnar gets involved.
Yeah.
I see that happening.
Just like with Cody Rhodes, that confirmed that he won't be in the match. Because the men are set already. So they told me, I said, okay, Cody's not getting a shot. He's not going to Money in the Bank like we was talking about. But the men are set.
That's what I'm saying. I said, well, she probably gonna see Lesnar at SummerSlam. I'm thinking Lesnar's gonna get involved because he keep calling him out. He keep pop. What James Evans say? Popping them chops.
Popping them chops, yeah.
He keep popping them. He keep popping off at Lesnar. You really think, this will be a good time? Get Dowdy get a big win like this? Cheat or not? Come on.
Yeah.
Perfect segue. The lead to SummerSlam.
Which I'm hoping, man, our boy wins it. If he wins that, oh my God. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. And speaking of that,
Money in the Bank.
now that's a good segue. Now there's been talks that if he wins Money in the Bank, he's gonna pull an Austin Theory.
And pick it. See, he ain't got. And see, this is for any championship, not just the world title. Yeah. He said he could pick any championship. This is Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, it ain't just about the world title. You can pick any championship now. Yeah.
But you know what I'll do? I'll wait till Gunther break the record and cash in on him.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
LA Knight be Intercontinental Champion.
Yep. He'll make a better Intercontinental Champion. Let Gunther break the record, cash in right on him.
Yeah.
And if he don't win Money in the Bank, they're gonna do the same thing they did when Batista won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
When everybody thought Daniel Bryan was gonna win it.
There's gonna be some controversy in. Yeah.
There's gonna be some booing. There's gonna be some trash when Hogan turned heel.
Oh yeah.
With the trash throwing. Oh, they better pull the trigger on this.
Yeah. LA Knight gonna win that Money in the Bank. Hopefully.
Here's a good one. Who should win the 2024 Royal Rumble, men and women?
Man, that's too soon to predict. Gosh.
I'm gonna throw a wrench out there. I say for the men, Gunther.
Okay.
Gunther should win it. For the men. For the women,
You ain't gonna expect.
Let's see. For the women, I'm gonna go. I went blank. What is her name? Trish Stratus protege. Zoe Stark. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zoe Stark is probably gonna win the women.
But they pushed her to the moon. Well, with Trish Stratus. So they pushing her too.
Yep, so I say Gunther for the men, Zoe Stark for the women.
Okay.
But if Gunther does not go into Mania and not get a title shot, it's gonna be blasphemous.
Yeah.
It's gonna be asinine.
Right.
If he don't go against Seth Rollins. Tell me what's wrong with that picture.
And Seth gonna have a good run with it, trust me.
Oh yes. Because that Intercontinental title's it's gonna be gone sooner or later.
Yeah.
Gunther is not going into Mania Intercontinental Champion. They're gonna let him break that record, and once he breaks Honky Tonk Man record, you can go and give it to whomever. Who's up next? Riddle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Should Natalia
Should
Natalia retire?
Well, she don't need to. I mean, she doing like what Ray doing, Do what Ray doing. Just have a couple matches here and there. She don't need to retire. Man, that's kind of flawed. She don't need to retire at all. I mean, she's a mentor to some of these women, I mean, it's not like she can't go no more. She still can wrestle, So no, she can wrestle here and there.
I mean, I don't think she has nothing. One, I don't think she had nothing to prove. I mean, yeah, she took a slaughtering when she fought Rhea Ripley, but we all know what that was about. She knew what it was about. She the one probably said it. Let me get squashed to make her look good.
Look good. That's what Natalia's there for. She got to put them on.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, she's part of the whole family. So yeah, she don't mind that. Even she'll tell you that.
I mean, you trying to make Rhea Ripley into a star. That's how you do it.
Right. She don't care about getting pushed. She there to make women stars. That's her purpose there.
All day long.
Yeah. So no.
So how far do you think? So how far do you think CM Punk is gonna go on Collision? Since he got to get something off his chest, how far you think he's gonna go?
This I got to hear. Oh gosh. Is this gonna be a MJF-ish type promo? When I hope he don't reach the scrum. Don't
No,
do that.
I don't think he can. I don't even think he can do that. I think they all signed NDAs.
Yeah, don't. If he say he got a lot to get off his chest, I'm looking forward to this.
So that's probably gonna be a good 20-minute intro in 20-minute promo.
Right, because I think if they gonna start off having him before the FTR, they the main event, I think.
Yep.
So what they do, let Punk come out first and cut his promo, let's see what he got to say. Maybe a good 20 minutes? No, not that long. Probably about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Maybe 20, because that,
Okay, this CM Punk, you know they're gonna let him talk. And it's live? Oh, he gonna talk.
20 minutes, yeah. See what he got to say. Because I'm looking forward to this here. I really am. Because Punk need to be with FTR, to be honest. I can see that. Like you said, he there just to
They did this for him. This is
yeah.
this the CM Punk show.
Right, Collision, yeah.
This is the CM Punk show. That's all this is, which is fine. We needed something on Saturday nights anyway.
It's like I see Aubrey Edwards and who else? Karen Angle.
Yeah, they ain't a man.
You know what? This is a very, very interesting angle they're doing with this. Because Karen, I don't care what nobody say. Karen, she all she has to do is make that look, and people boo her after.
Yeah, Karen Angle is a
heel.
yes. Whether she was with Kurt or with Jeff, she's a natural heel.
And when she blasted Aubrey, That right there
And
was hilarious, cause man, that crowd, I thought she won't get booed. I mean, she got booed out the
but see,
building.
that's how you know she put everything in it. If
Yeah.
you
She
hit
put
somebody,
her down like that.
if
I
you
said
hit
she got a pass, y'all.
if you
That
hit
was
somebody
crazy.
and you fall and you fall, that's how much you know
Yeah.
you put everything in it. She not
Yeah.
used to doing that.
No, she put all her force into that.
And that made it look
Yeah.
more, to me, that made it look more convincing.
Yeah, and she knows, Jeff knows, he know how to control it. Jeff
Yeah.
do. She don't, see, so it makes
Now,
sense.
now, mind you, that just light wood. It's not like it's heavy wood.
Right. That's easy
But like I said, it's in a position because you got to remember Aubrey was bent down, so when she had to swing down.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gonna lose your position when you trying to swing it hard.
Yeah. So that made sense. I said, man, I'm loving this. I can't wait for Karen to be called. I want to see what they gonna say about it.
Oh, and then when that happened, oh, she got some heat when that happened. Oh, she got some heat.
Yeah.
Cause nobody expected Aubrey Ellis. Nobody saw that coming.
That's why I can't wait to see Rampage tomorrow.
Oh. Definitely can't wait. Let's see what we got. Thoughts on Alex Shelley finally winning the Impact title and Chris Sabin winning the X Division title for the 9th time.
For a first start with Alex Shelley, it's about time for Alex. It's been how long?
20 years.
Right. If we, the Motor City Machine Guns, they, we know Sabin, that's a given,
But he's done it.
But Alex Shelley, it's more about Alex Shelley than Chris Sabin.
Well, I wonder.
Chris Sabin been there, done that.
Now I wonder, are they the first tag team to be Triple Crown champions in Impact?
I think so. Mm-hmm.
I'm just disappointed in the fact that he's gonna be a transitional champion. That's the only thing I'm disappointed about.
Yeah. That's true.
Cause if he walks in Slammiversary and beats Nick Aldis, unless it's some type of interference, like some bully Ray nonsense, I can see.
Yeah. Right.
But we know what it is. I mean, like I said, I'm glad I didn't see it coming. That I didn't see Steve Mack losing that fast.
Yeah.
Did not see it coming. But like I said, glad he put it under his. So that must be telling me he must be on his way out the door as far as wrestling go.
Yeah. He ain't got nothing to prove no more, really. I mean, tag team, you don't do that much, not really. I mean, he could, if you want to still tag with Satan,
I mean, I say they've done enough together and separate.
Yeah, so I mean, you tag team, you don't really have to do much.
There you go. So don't put that on your resume. Now this was an interesting question. This is about Jacqueline. Did Jacqueline fit when she managed Harlem Heat after she left Kevin Sullivan in WCW?
I don't think so. I don't think she fit. I thought Sherry was more of a better type than Jackie. Because, they did that because they black,
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Black tag team. Put a black woman with a black tag team.
Yeah, she did not work. Yeah, it didn't work for me at all. Sherry was a legit manager.
Yes.
Sherry was a legit manager. Sherry knew how to run that team. I think they kind of threw her in when Sherry got fired. And on top of that, like I said, she came in with Kevin Sullivan. They was feuding with Benoit and Woman.
Yeah.
Then they started doing the Too Legit to Quit.
Yes. Yeah.
And then she started feuding with Disco. I was like, nah, this not working. And that's around the time, one of them was getting hurt. So you barely saw them together.
Right.
Yeah, Jacqueline to me did not fit. Really, she ain't fit in WCW at all.
Not even with Kevin Sullivan right there. With Kevin Sullivan.
Let's see what we got. Do you think Mercedes Monet is gonna make an appearance at Forbidden Door?
You know, we talked about that. I think she is. Now, the question is, what match she gonna be? Is she gonna even have a match, or
She's hurt, so she can't wrestle. She's hurt.
Well, she can still show up.
Yeah, I'm saying she's going. I think she should make an appearance because she got unfinished business with Willow Nightingale.
Yeah.
This is a good time. You can show up and look Statlander in the eye.
Yeah. I'd be like, remember when Clubber Lang in Rocky 3, he was in the audience watching Rocky fight.
Mm-hmm.
She could do the same thing, just watch them and kind of, have eye contact, like you say, even with Chris Statlander, just do that. And, just start mouthing off and all this type stuff.
You got to hit one of them baby faces.
Yeah.
Hit one of the baby faces up. And that could be for Revolution. Well, no, it's too early. That could be for All In. That could be for All In or All Out.
Yeah.
If she's healed by then.
Yeah. Yeah, she can still show, just sit there. Just don't run your mouth.
Let's see. Who do you think is going to dethrone Carmelo Hayes when it's time for him to move on to the main roster?
I'm not. Now, we all know that Baron Corbin is back there, which I'm glad too. This is the perfect opportunity for him going back to the Lone Wolf. Now, slowly but surely, I think that's going to happen.
Need to.
The way he's doing it now, he's slowly going back into that Lone Wolf character. So, I can see Baron doing it. But I don't know how long the feud gonna be.
Right.
That's the question. Now I'm liking what Baron is finally getting serious and he going back to his Lone Wolf days. And he needs to. But it's a slow process. They're not just gonna throw it on him right away. But I mean that's the only one I see now.
Yeah.
Baron.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's hard to decide. I think probably the one person I can see right now dethroning him that can work heal up baby is Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah,
that's probably the only person I can see.
Because he's doing the thing where, he got snitched on.
And then they're trying to figure out who it. And don't be surprised, Staggs got something to do with that.
Because he wants to be Don.
He wants to be Don. I was thinking about that. I said, I think Staggs got something to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you mother lover.
Yeah.
If y'all don't get the joke, then forget y'all then.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. You don't follow. You didn't follow his indie career.
Right.
I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see that the brother of seduction in NXT. I would love to see how they would have worked. Jay Tucker and Cam the Prince with the music that they made, that they singing on.
Yeah.
Is horribly good.
Speaking of the brothers of seduction, did you see on Facebook the album cover of Kane and Undertaker?
Yes.
In a suit.
Yes.
The one that said, I earned my love to you, and what's the other one? Tombstone, your heart, and all that type stuff.
I was like, they need to stop.
Talk about I earned my love to you.
I'm like, don't do that.
Talk about Tombstone, my heart, and what's the other one? Talk about something about fire and brimstone, something like that. Fire and I burn for you or something like that.
I'm like, stop, y'all. Don't do that.
The seduction. Yeah, so it can't even take her. That was hilarious. That looked like an album cover.
I'm like,
Oh, that was funny.
oh, y'all need to stop.
Oh boy.
That's all we got for the Q&A. But like I said, let's talk about these DLCs that just came through for the WWE 2K23.
Yeah, the Race to NXT pack. You got Ivy Nile, you have Wendy Chu, you got Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams, and Harley Race. Now, Harley Race. Now, when I first saw it, I thought that they were going to bring NWA Harley in. You know, the Starcade Harley.
Yep, the handsome Harley.
They brought King Harley in this one with the purple. You were handsome back to handsome Harley. See, handsome Harley was the blonde hair. So yeah, and he looked good in this. You know, they got Trick Williams.
He's actually pretty good on there. He's quick.
Yeah, be quick. Yeah, you know he's on. Of course, he's with Carmelo Hayes on there. You got Ivy Nile. You know she's with the Creeds. They're the Diamond Mine. You know they got the Wendy Chu when she first started her gimmick, or the little sleeping gimmick she doing.
Where's she been?
Carry the pillow. You know she was hurt by Davenport. You know Davenport attacked her too. You know that's who attacked Nikita.
I wonder how long.
Davenport, she'll be on the next one if I'm correct.
Yeah.
She'll be on the Race to Wyatt pack. Now she's on the Rebel with Wyatt pack. Yeah. Cause Zeus will be on this one. I'm interested in this one.
Yeah.
In what Zeus is going to
About time.
Yeah.
That would have been something they would have did a no holds barred edition and had Rip.
Yeah. Have Rip and Zeus. And they could have had a couple of like old golden era wrestlers.
Had Rip, Zeus.
Superstar Billy Graham or something like that. Yeah.
Everybody like, who is Rip? Shame on y'all.
Shame on y'all, man. Watch No Holds Barred.
If you ain't never seen No Holds Barred, and you a wrestling fan, you need to be slapped.
Right.
Hard.
That came out in 1989, y'all.
I went to the movie. The day that movie came out, I went and saw it.
Yeah.
How could you?
Now I'm gonna ask you this: which I can't say Zeus is gonna be on there, but I'm saying it's gonna be the silver, you know, with the big football pants.
Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be that Zeus with the two moves, with the pounding on the back and the bear hug.
I think that's gonna be his finisher. That bear hug, and I don't know what his signature will be. Probably be the 2 pounding.
Yeah, probably be the pounding to the back.
Yeah.
I hope they have him go and keep pounding on the chest.
Yeah, that's his taunt. He gonna beat his chest. Yeah.
I like how you used to call Hulk Hogan and Beefcake Barber. You know who they need to put? Know who they really need to put as a DLC? Bad News Brown.
You know, a lot of people put him on the community creations.
I want Bad News Brown.
Yeah. And yeah, Bad News should be on there.
Calling people spineless cockroaches.
Yeah. And he carried that Harlem sewer rat with him.
Like when he put that steak in the thing, and when he was interviewed by Mean Gene, he just ate it.
Yeah.
You to call Brutus Beefcake Brutus the ballerina fruitcake.
You're right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They need to put, yeah, you're right. They need to put some of these
Put that ghetto blaster.
Right. And dude, I'm gonna tell you this here. They have a good version of Power and Glory on the creations. They got Hercules and Paul Raw. I mean, they look just alike.
Might have to go check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the glasses, they got the shirts, the cut shirts, they got the tights with the Power and Glory on the back. Oh, it's on point, dude. It is on point. Yes.
Probably very. That's a tag team they could have did something with.
Yeah.
They could did something with that team. I mean, Slick had them too.
Yeah.
Had a nice finisher.
Mm-hmm. And then there's this other thing too before we get up out of here. That was Kevin Hart talked about. He had the #1 comedy show of all. He broke a record or something like that. Well, Eddie Murphy had to correct him. Yeah, he kind of corrected him a little bit. He said, "Wait a minute, youngin." He said, "Raw is still the #1 rated comedy show. And nobody has beaten Raw."
You're not gonna beat Raw.
So he had told him that. He said, "Look, Kevin, yeah, you talking about you got the #1." I'm like, "You forgot about Raw, didn't you?"
Nobody beating that movie. That Raw is a comedy special you can watch no matter what era. Even the intro to it when little Eddie was telling the joke about kicking him in the ding ding. That's funny.
Right. Yeah, he said, "Well, shoot, if that's the case," he said, "I ain't did stand up in over 20 years."
See, he's about to do it ain't even over 30.
Yeah. He said, "Man, I ain't gonna stand up in the wise. I guess I need to go back and break your record too, huh, Kevin?"
I'm like, Kevin, he had some good ones, but nothing ain't touching Raw.
Right. I love you, Kevin, but come on now.
Cause back then, like Raw, Delirious, that when you had this, that's when jokes was jokes.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart telling a story, Eddie Murphy was telling jokes.
Right. That's because, nothing ain't gonna be Raw.
Yeah, that's a show I could watch every day, all day, 1,000 times over. Yeah, that's one of them shows you know the joke, and you still laugh.
Mm-hmm. That's what you call standing the test of time.
Come on, the mama hamburger joke. I love that joke, and it make me laugh because my mama did that. Almost every black mama made the hamburger like that, and it was delicious.
Yes. The grease popping out the side of it and all that.
And turning the bread into pink dough with the pepper sticking out. Come on.
Sticking out. Right.
See, my mama coming down here in August. I might have her make me a mama burger. That's what I call it.
Right. Because they do taste better than McDonald's. They actually putting it on the, you got it in the skillet. You put it in the skillet. You crack that egg sometimes, to give it more flavor. You put all that put salt and pepper on it. Some people do.
See, a lot of people they don't know. I'm like that. What Eddie Murphy talking about? He ain't lying.
Right.
That's a hard time burger, but it was delicious though.
It was delicious. You didn't have to add nothing to it if it was that good.
Nope. You had to.
You had no ketchup or nothing on that. No.
See, if it was real good, you didn't need no bread. Just give me the meat.
Just give me the meat, yeah.
They call it what they call it, the house burger. That's what they call it, the house burger.
House burger, right. Somebody got no Wonder Bread. Shoot, I got some Wonder Bread here.
You talking about something make better than McDonald's? Shoot, they ain't lying to you. Them mama burgers do taste better than McDonald's.
Right.
And it was free.
Mm-hmm. She put that one big patty in that skillet.
And grease just popping all over the place.
Right.
See,
she cooked it right too. It wasn't burnt. It wasn't hard.
Nope. It wasn't. You saw the red coming out. You knew it was cooked. See, these kids don't know.
These kids don't know nothing.
They get it with the patty already flat. And you just lay it on there.
Right.
You don't know nothing about going and get the ground meat and roasting up and flattening it yourself. Getting it just right, hoping it don't break apart when you put it in the skillet. They don't know nothing about that.
Right. You put that bell pepper inside that meat. Just one bell pepper. You don't need nothing else.
Yeah, bell pepper on the way you like it. See any ladies in here? If you between 50 and 7. You know what I'm talking about. If you a grand or great grandmother, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. Especially if you're a great grandmother, you know what you probably still doing it right now. Then you do it in the cast iron skillet.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you had a can. See, that's another show we could do. We could talk about stuff we grew up with, and also, you know, the ghetto survival kits that we
Yes.
have. You know? Like the syrup sandwiches, the syrup peanut butter sandwiches.
The ghetto spaghetti.
Yeah. You had the spaghetti with no meat because you couldn't afford it. So you put cheese or whatever
the ghetto pizza. They don't know. Yeah, that might be the show we gonna do now. We gonna call it Hard Times.
Hard Time, right?
We ain't talking about Dusty Rose all the time. We talking about Hard Time. See, when you listen to it, you're gonna appreciate. See, all you spoiled kids, mine included, appreciate what you got.
Right.
Because I get an example. You all had that one friend that had the Nintendo when everybody else didn't.
Yeah.
And everybody had to go to his house.
And go to his house and play it. Yeah.
And he barely could have company. Maybe one or two of y'all could go in there, but all y'all couldn't.
Yeah.
And then if you did get a Nintendo, all you had was Mario and Duck Hunt.
Yeah. That's all you had. You didn't have nothing else. That was it. You didn't have Contra. You didn't have none of that.
That is a conversation we will definitely have. But these kids need to understand. You brought me back on that.
We survived. Sometimes we had wish sandwiches. That's right. What is a wish sandwich, you ask? You wish you had some meat to go with.
Yeah, my wish sandwich was I wish I really had one.
Well, yeah, that's something that didn't have bread. Yeah.
See, I ain't had bread. I ain't even have my sandwich was my two hands held together,
Yeah.
pretending it was bread.
Yeah.
With my eyes closed.
Sandwich. Yeah.
Now they say a sandwich isn't a sandwich. You right when you don't have a sandwich.
Right. We had to buy those off-brand cereals, you know, all that, the King Vitamin and all this other stuff.
See, they talk to them now. No, yes, we're gonna put that next week. We're gonna talk to all you spoiled kids out there who don't know what living in the projects is like. Who don't know. Who don't know about tucking in your sock when you got a hole in it.
Yes.
And it be all uncomfortable, but you still had to do it. That's next week. But like I said, this was the Q.
Penny loafers, wearing penny loafers, put the penny in.
Yes, and you better not lose that penny.
Right.
I don't know why, but you better not lose it.
Better not lose that penny. That was part of the shoe.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about all that next week.
Yeah.
But this was the Q&A session. We about to get up out of here. Because we talk about this. We're going to be a whole nother show. We're going to go another hour. But that's what we're going to talk about next week. We gonna take y'all back. But in the meantime, in between time, continue to support Bad Superman TV right here on YouTube and all other social media platforms. Continue to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. So when new material comes up, you know that it's hitting. Yep, continue to grow. We over 11,000 subscribers. Let's keep that party going. We appreciate you. We love you. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Juneteenth weekend.
Yes.
I almost forgot about that. Enjoy your Juneteenth weekend. Do what you do. Barbecue. Celebrate however you do it. Know why you're celebrating it. Number one. Don't just do it. Don't just do it because it's a holiday and you got the day off probably on Monday. Know why you're celebrating. We know it took us a long time to get this as a national holiday. We earned it. Let's take full advantage of it.
Right.
That's it. You want barbecue, cool. Y'all want to go out to, they got a lot of Juneteenth events going on in your city, in your area. Go out to support those local vendors, these local companies out there doing what they do. If they got, concerts or whatever, go out there. Let's go out and have some fun. Probably going to be a beautiful weekend. Might take the kids out and enjoy the weekend. Got the final USFL game for the Memphis Showboats on Saturday. I'm praying if we go, hopefully it don't rain like it did last week. I mean, we had a 3-hour rain delay last time. And on top of that, the showboats got destroyed, so by my New Orleans Breakers, but that's a whole nother story. But no, every time I think I know what it is. I think it's my oldest son, because every time I take my oldest son somewhere, it's always a weather problem.
Oh, wow.
So I might need to keep him home. Every event we went to is always was a delay in something.
Yeah.
He want to be a weatherman so bad. I think that's probably what it is. I think he causing all these weather problems.
Oh, he want to be a weatherman.
He want to be a weatherman, so I think it's all his fault. But we gonna see this weekend. But again, like I said, I'm sure they got a lot going on for this Juneteenth weekend. Don't stay in the house.
No.
Like I said, we earn this. We earn this federal holiday off. We earned it. Let's take advantage of it. So with that said, enjoy your weekend. Like I said, continue to support us, and we're going to be here for you. And that's all I got to say. We out of here.